Welcome to lecture 7.4 of Python module. Till now we have talked about list, tuple and string. In this video we will talk about set. We will see how to create a set, how to add, update and remove elements in set, various methods and operations which we can perform on set, and how to check if two sets are equal. So let's begin. A set is a collection of unique data, that is, elements of set cannot be duplicated. In Python, we create set by placing all elements inside curly braces, separated by comma. A set can have any number of items and they may be of different type like integer, float, tuple, string, etc. But a set cannot have mutable elements like list, set or dictionary as its element. Let's see an example here. We have created three sets: student ID that has integer type, vowel letters that have string type, and mixed set that has mixed type of elements like string and integer. And when I'm printing each of these sets, we will see that in output we are getting all of those sets without any error, because in set you can have elements of different type. The only condition is that they should be immutable. So this is the output we are getting. Now let's see how to create an empty set. Creating an empty set is a bit tricky. Empty curly braces will make an empty dictionary in Python. To make set without any elements, we use set function without any argument. Let's see an example. In previous lecture, we have seen to declare empty list, we will be using square brackets. To declare empty tuple, we will be using parentheses, and similarly to declare empty list, we will be using inverted comma. But that same pattern we can't use to declare a set. If we are using curly braces to declare a set, it will be of type dictionary. So to declare an empty set, we will be using set function without any argument. So let's print type of each variable. And as you can see that the type of curly braces is dictionary and type of set without any parameter is set. Let's see what will happen if we try to include duplicate item in a set. For example, here we have a set numbers which has 6 and 2 as a duplicate item. Let's print this variable. You can see that in our output we are getting 2 and 6 only one time. So here we can see that there are no duplicate item in set, as set cannot contain duplicates. Sets are mutable, one thing to remember. However, since they are unordered, indexing has no meaning. We cannot access or change an element of a set using indexing or slicing. Set data type does not support it. Now let's see how to add, update and delete item inside set. To add an element in set, we will be using add method. For example, here we have a set whose name is termed as numbers, and now I'm trying to add 32 in this number set. Since set is unordered, 32 will be added randomly inside set. Now let's print an updated set. Since my initial set was this and my updated set will have 32 in it, you can see that the order of set which we declared and the order of the set which we printed are different, which proves that set is unordered. Now let's see how to update Python set. So update method is used to update the set with items or other collection type like list, tuple, set, etc. So for example, I have a set companies and then I have a list tech companies. Now what update will do, update will add tech companies list to the company set, making it sure that no duplicates are present, because companies is at the end set and set cannot have duplicates. Now let's try to print company. Here you can see Apple occurred only once. However, in tech companies, Apple occurred twice. Now let's see how to remove an element from a set. For this, discard method is used, which remove the specified element from a set. For example, here we have a set languages, and inside languages I want to discard Java. Now when I will print this updated language, you can see in the output that in our set Java is not present. Now we have certain common methods which we will be using in set. Being first is the length. which returns the number of item or length in an object. For example, we have a set languages, and now I want to calculate the length of this set. So this will print me 3. Why? Because we have 3 elements or item inside it. Then we have max function, which returns the largest item in an iterable. For example, here we have a set numbers, and I want to calculate the maximum number present inside this set. So I will be using the max function, and this will return me or print me the maximum element inside it. In this case, we have 34. Similarly, minimum is vice versa of maximum. It will return the smallest item in an iterable. In this case, we again have that same set numbers, and I want to calculate the minimum element inside this set. So I will be using the minimum method. And when I will be printing the value of it, I will get -4 as the output. Now we have a sorted method, which returns a new sorted list from elements in the set. This does not sort the set itself. Now there's a difference between sort method and sorted method. In sort method, the original set or original iterable is changed into the sorted manner. However, in sorted method, we return a new sorted list, and this returns list. Very important point to notice. So here we have a set of numbers, and I'm using sorted method on it. Therefore, all the elements inside set will be sorted, and it will be returned in the form of list. So let's print this code. As you can see that a list is getting printed in the square brackets, and inside elements are in sorted manner. So sort method does not return any value and changes the original list. So this is the difference between sort method and sorted method. Also, we have sum method, which returns the sum of all elements in a set. For example, here we have these elements inside marks set, and now I want to calculate sum of all the elements inside a set. So simply I will be using sum method and then print total marks. So it will return me 339 as its answer. Now let's see how to iterate over a set. Since we have two loops, while loop and for loop is used when we want to iterate over a sequence, and while loop is used when we have condition. Since set is also an iterable or sequence, we will be using for loop to iterate over it. Here we have fruit as a variable which will iterate over every element inside fruit set. So in first iteration, value of fruit will be apple. In second iteration, it will be peach. And in third iteration, it will be mango. So let's run this. Now let's see various operations which we can perform on set. It is similar to the math which we learned in class 11th. So we can perform union of two set. That means it will include all the elements of set A and set B. So here we have declared two sets A and B. And now I want to do union of them. So there are two ways to do it. Either you can use pipe symbol or you can use union term for it. So let's run this code, and you will see that in our output we will have all the values which are present in A and B both. Now let's see how to do intersection of two sets. What do we mean by intersection? It includes the common element between set A and set B. As you can see that in set A and B, the common elements which we have is 1 and 3. Therefore, when we will be running this code, our output should have 1 and 3. Now to do intersection, we can either go with symbol, or you can either use the term intersection. Let's run this code. So you saw that the output is as expected. We can also do difference between two sets. This include elements of set A that are not present on set B. Therefore, it will include all the elements of A, but it should not be in B set. Therefore, only 3 and 5 will be printed. Why? Because 2 is in B set as well. Now to do this difference, we can either use negative or subtraction symbol, or you can write difference. So let's run this code, and you will see that 3 and 5 is getting printed. Similar to difference, we have set symmetric difference. That means that it includes all elements of A and B without the common elements. Therefore, when I will be doing symmetric difference of A and B, it will have elements of A and B both, but not the common ones. Here we have common is 2. Therefore, we will print 3, 5, 1 and 6. but 2 will not be included in our final answer because it's common to A and B. So to do this symmetric difference, we have this sign, or you can use the term symmetric difference as well. So let's run this code and you will see that we have output as 1, 3, 5 and 6. 2 is not included in our answer. We can also check whether two sets are equal or not by using double equals to sign. So to do that, we have declared two sets A and B. So if both are equal, we will be printing that set A and B are equal, else it will print that both are not equal. So to check the equality, we will be using double equals to. To check the identical thing, we will be using is and is not. To check membership, we will be using in and not in. So these are three different things to remember. Now let's run this code. Since A and B are equal, only the order is different, and in set order does not matter. Set is unordered, therefore A and B are equal, and so this is the line which is getting printed. Why? Because if condition is satisfied. So that's all in this video. Let's revise what all we learned. So a set is a collection of unique data. To create a set, we need to write elements inside curly braces, and each element is separated using comma. We can create a set of mixed data type, but these data types should be immutable. To create empty set, we will be using set function. Otherwise, curly braces represent dictionary. Now, duplicate items are not allowed in set. And one thing to keep in mind is that set are unordered. Therefore, you cannot access or change elements using indexing or slicing. To add element, we will be using add method, and it adds the element which you are writing inside parenthesis abruptly. Order does not matter. To update Python set, we will be using update method, and this will update the set with any iterable, taking into the consideration that no repetition of items are allowed because the final result will be a set. We can remove an element from a set using a discard method. And the various common methods available to us in set is length, which calculates or returns the number of items in an object. Max will return the largest element in an iterable, and minimum function will return the smallest item in an iterable. We also have a sorted method, which sorts the elements inside a set and return a new sorted list. So the difference between sort method and sorted method is that sort method does not return any value, it changes the original list. However, sorted returns a new sorted list. One thing to keep in mind. Also, we have a sum method that returns the sum of all elements in a set. We can iterate over a set using for loop, and you can perform various operations on set like union, which we can do either by this symbol or using union function. You can perform intersection of two sets either by AND function or using intersection method. We can perform difference between two sets using subtraction symbol or by using difference method. And also we can perform symmetric difference by using this symbol or symmetric difference method. Also, to check if two sets are equal or not, we will be using double equals to sign. And while doing that, make sure that order does not matter. Only unique elements should be present, and equal and same elements should be there for two sets to be equal. So that's all in this video. Thank you so much.